Hi guys, I'm Prof.Sunita Shirsat. You are waiting for me having something new to bring for you. Yes, you are absolutely right. I have brought new lesson, The Conjurer's Revenge, which is written by Stephen Leacock. First of all, let's have look on introduction of the lesson. The Conjurer's Revenge is written by Stephen Leacock, who is humorous novelist. The lesson is short story. A conjurer deals with smartly troublesome person known as Quick Man for spoiling his magic show. What's about the author? Stephen Leacock. Stephen P.H. Butler Leacock, who was born on 13 December 1869 and died on 28th March 1944. He was a Canadian teacher, political scientist, writer, and humorist. Between the years 1910 and 1925, he was the most widely read English speaking author in the world. He is known for his light humor along with criticisms of people's follies. Leacockian humor is typically based on comical perception of social foibles and incongruity between appearance and reality in human conduct. The Stephen Leacock Memorial Medal or Humor was named in his honor. What is conjurer? Conjurer is a skilled magician. You will have question in the exam. Who was conjurer? Conjurer is skilled magician who performs magic tricks is important one, or an audience. He was so talented that he could produce even fish even a fish bowl from a piece of empty cloth. He could do difficult tricks like extracting eggs from hat. During show, he meets the quick man who unnecessarily spoils the show. Initially, the conjurer ignores him and continues with the show. Towards the end, conjurer decides to take his revenge on the quick man. Who is quick man? Quickman is referred to a person who is crazy, fast, and grasping, quick-witted man who, but he was cunning. Here's description about his nature. He was cunning. Among audience, there was one such a man who whispered at the end of every trick that was all fraud. This upset the conjurer and spoiled the magical effect for the audience. He can be called as the villain in the story. Okay, villain. That means conjurer is protagonist and quick man is antagonist. That's a villain. Let's have a look on Conjurer show. The Conjurer perform several tricks for the audience. From the beginning of the show, Quickman keeps spoiling the show for the Conjurer. He kept saying the audience that trick was done with the help of items hidden up the Conjurer's sleeve. When the conjurer produced a fish bowl from a piece of empty cloth, the quick man said that this must have been a peace sleeve. The next trick was humorous Hindustani rings, glamorous Hindustani rings. He joined two separate rings into one with a blow. The quick man whispered that he had another lot of his sleeve. The conjurer worried a bit, but he continued his tricks. The conjurer got a hat from the audience and extracted 17 eggs in 35 seconds. Oh, very interesting tricks. The audience thought it was wonderful, but Quick Man told he had a hen up his sleeve. The egg trick was ruined. The conjurer got the same response For all his tricks, according to the quick man, the conjurer must have had rings, eggs, cards, bread, a live coin, a pig, and a rocking chair hidden up his sleeve. These constant comments by the quick man made the audience feel that tricks were nothing special. This upset the conjurer. However, he went on performing one trick after the other till he could take it no more. He decided to take revenge upon Quickman. Famous Japanese trick which was used by conjurer because Quickman was breaking the tricks again and again, and Conjurer was trying to show new tricks to the audience. The Conjurer announced that he would be showing the famous Japanese trick, appearing to perform a trick using items borrowed from Quickman. He took the Quickman's watch and broke it to pieces. The Quickman told the audience that the watch had been slipped into the conjurer's sleeves. The conjurer then took the quick man's handkerchief and punched holes in it. The quick man thought that this was a trick which he did not understand. The conjurer then took the quick man's hat and trampled on it. He then proceeded to turn the quick man's collar and smashed his spectacles. The quick man all the while thought that this was just a trick. However, later, Quick Man and the entire audience realized that what the conjurer did with the Quick Man's things were not tricks. In what way there was conjurer's revenge? The conjurer's revenge was complete after he destroyed all the belongings of the quick man. The conjurer had succeeded in fooling the quick man with his permission. Thus, the conjurer took his revenge. The humorous part of the story is seriousness with which he asked for the various items of the quick man. The conjurer kept up the suspense till the end of the show by not letting either quick man or the audience realize that the trick that he was performing at the end of the show was not a trick but real destruction of the possessions of the quick man. At no point of time did Quickman realize that the conjurer was taking his revenge. That means when there were tricks, but that Quickman tried to show all those tricks as a false one. Then conjurer showed real tricks, and for that he used term Japanese trick. Japanese trick was not nothing but the breaking of all the possession of the quick man, and it was a real show. In a story, conjurer holds a show in a hall and demonstrates several feats. A majority of the audience is greatly amused and impressed by his tricks, but there's name Quickman who keeps downplaying his talents by whispering he had it up his sleeve to those around him every time conjurer performs trick. For instance, when the conjurer produces a fish bowl from piece of empty cloth, the quick man says that this must have simply been conjurer's leaves. Tired of the quick man ruining his performance and causing restlessness amongst his audience, the conjurer decides to teach him a befitting lesson. He borrows some items from the quick man under the guise of performing a trick with them, and the quick man, believing him, gives the conjurer his watch, handkerchief, hat, collar, spectacles. Conjurer destroys each of these items one by one, paying no heed to the quick man, telling the audience that the conjurer must have just slipped those objects up his sleeve. After destroying all of those quick man's belongings with his permission, the conjurer announces the performance is over, which is when Quickman and the audience realizes that he has been dubbed to the audience's amusement. Thus, the show ends with a big bang, and the conjurer has the last laugh, and Quickman is given a lesson that those who unnecessarily meddle in the affairs of others are sometimes caught in their own trap and reality in human conduct. The Stephen Leacock Memorial Medal for Humor was named in his honor for the same theme. What is the theme of this story, that is Conjurer's Raven? At no point of time did the quickman realize that Conjurer was taking his raven. And conclusion was there. The moral of the story, that when we cannot appreciate a person, at least we should learn to keep it to ourselves. If we unnecessarily irritate or cause any harm to another person, we will have to face consequences. That means same consequences. Let's have a conclusion here. In what way we conclude this story? The moral of the story is that when we cannot appreciate other person's things, other person's success, or anything else, that time at least we should learn to keep it to ourselves. That means we should accept it. If we unnecessarily irritate that person or trouble that person or give any harm to that person, that time we will have to face the same fortune in future or after a while. Remember this lesson. This is very important. All this was about Conjurer's revenge. That means there's Conjurer as a protagonist. He was showing tricks to the audience and earning his money. That means his living. But Wickman was as a villain, was troubling him, and he was showing that all tricks were as false one. But at the end, Conjurer took revenge upon him by showing reality show, that means breaking up all his possessions. Thank you for watching.